What's up, everyone? I am up early this morning trying to get a show in. Uh, my topic, as you can see, is pretty. It's going to be pretty controversial. Uh, and my thing is, I feel a lot of these kids are faking some of these mental illnesses that they say they have due to not being in a two-parent household, due to not having a father figure, an authority figure around. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's a load of crap sometimes. Not in all cases, but over and overwhelmingly a lot of cases, I think it's fake. This is just an excuse to act stupid and act a fool. And if this bothers you kids that much to that you don't have a father figure around and you're coming from a single parent household, and this is who I'm talking about. If you're coming from a single parent household, you aren't asking the right questions to the person that is living with you now. You ain't asking the right questions. There's gonna be times that you see your next door neighbor who's probably in a two-parent household get to go on family trips with his mom and his dad and his brothers and his sisters. You have to go back home to just you and your mom or you and your dad. Well, we'll just go with the mom, just you and your mom first. We'll just do that one now. You asking all of these questions. You're not asking none of the questions like, hey, where's my dad at? Let's just say for the sake of an argument that the kid is between 8 and 15 years old. And you're wondering, where's my dad? Mom, where's my dad? There's either going to be a lie or an excuse. Where's my dad, Mom? I'm tired of getting to see people go with their family, and I don't get to do that. How is that fair? Mom was probably the side chick. Your mom was probably the side chick in a situation and didn't want it to get out. It happens. It happens. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's not okay, but this type of stuff happens. It does. So when the truth finally comes out, your mother is probably going to be embarrassed about it. Your mom's probably going to be embarrassed about it. Uh, let's go back a little bit. Say that your mother knew all along, and they always do, knew all along that she was in an affair with somebody who was already married. She was in an affair. Then you came along. That's going to be pretty tough to explain to you because she wants you to think that she has been your soul. She wants you to think she's been the heart and soul of you ever since you were born. It's true. She was. She was the heart and soul of you ever since you were born. But you got to ask yourself, why was that? Why was that? Is it because of a mistake you made? I got robbed out of having a father. I got robbed out of taking my uh, going out with my dad, him taking me to football games, him taking me to basketball games, him teaching me how to play football, him teaching me how to box, him teaching me how to do all those things. I get robbed of that because two grown people don't know how to tell the truth. How's that fair? So let's go up a little bit. You know all this. You know every bit of this now. You know every single bit of this. But some way, some of you kids still take the side of the parent that does not know much about you. What if you were born and the guy didn't know? Let's speak in hypothetics for a minute, hypothetically speaking. What if you were born and the guy didn't know? And your mother, again, gave you some story about uh, your dad ain't no good. He was no good. He was messing around on me, blah, blah, blah. But then you find out that's not the case. But you still refuse to, you weren't there for me. Y'all should have did, you wasn't there for me. Okay. How am I going to be there for you when people won't let me? I'm not fixing to put my life and my freedom in jeopardy for nothing, for basically nothing. I'm not going to do that. I'm really not. You need to ask questions. That's what we're saying. You need to ask questions because nobody's getting robbed out of a life except you. Say, for instance, you start going to college, college, military, and somewhere on down the line, you get married. You don't know if you got brothers and sisters that would love to meet you or anything. You still mad at a parent that don't know nothing about you. You need to start asking questions. You need to start asking questions, man. Because I think it's totally unfair for a father to go through all this trauma trying to figure out, what's the right thing to do when he probably don't know. Then y'all create this fake beef in your head. I don't understand that, man. I don't understand that. You create this fake beef in your head, and then it all of a sudden it becomes a mental problem, and you're laying on the couch talking to a therapist. And you know what the therapist is going to say? You know what the therapist is going to say? Why don't you try to find your father? Why didn't your mother try to help you find out what's going on with your father? You may look online one day and your parents, your dad probably is in another country enjoying his life with his new family. All of a sudden, you see what I told you? You see what I told you about him? I told you he wasn't no good. No, you that's what you said. But you were the no good parent that told this child he wasn't any good. You're the no good parent that told him that. You're the no good parent that told him that. How's that fair? When he tried to do all he can to meet you, tried to do all he can to, understand you. Daddy got to live his life too. Can't wait around for the bus to stop. Can't wait around. just because you are upset. I get it, in life things change. I really do. I really understand that. But if you don't have your father in your life and you're at the age of 15 to whatever you are, 8 to 10 to 12 to whatever age you are, that's on you. That ain't on your daddy no more. That's that's totally on your shoulders. That's on you. It's completely on your shoulders because you're at an age now where you can ask these questions. You're at an age now, why can't I speak to my dad? Why can't I speak to my mom? Dads usually get the blood of this, the bad blood of this. I'm sorry. And for the ladies that are doing great in co-parenting well with the father, love you. I love you. But I'll say this, as far as the rest of you go, you're gonna have to do better. I want this to go, what they say, viral. I want this to go viral so everybody can see, start letting these kids be a part of their dad's life. I'm going to say dads here. Start letting these kids be a part of their father's life because you are upset that things didn't work out between y'all. Don't take it out on the kid because that's what you're doing. That's all you're doing, taking it out on the child. Now, if I said anything wrong, the comment section will be open on YouTube. The comment section is open right here. Daughters definitely need their father. Sons do too. Sons do too, but I think daughters need their fathers more for protection because your your father as a little girl is what I know. That's your first. The father is a little girl's first love. Let the church say amen. Ain't the father the little girl's first love? And when you mothers, some of you mothers take that away from them. They get lost. They get lost and don't know how to be treated by a dude. I'm not gonna say a man because it ain't too many men out here these days. No disrespect to the ones that are, but it ain't too many men out here these days. If this ain't your mail, don't open the envelope. That's all I can tell you. If this ain't your mail, don't open the envelope. I really think we need to start observing the mother's behavior when it comes to dealing with parenting, because now the truth is about to start coming out on a lot of stuff. They saying Donald Trump is about to pass this bill to where they are not gonna, the father's gonna get the income tax now. Truth is about to start coming out on a lot of these things. Now, I personally been saying child support has been a joke ever since the beginning of time. How is a man paying all this money out of his check for child support every year and then turn around and give his income tax right back to the child support people, give it right back to her? How does that make sense? That never made sense to me. Now you're about to start seeing a lot of you taking the father off child support. when you could have made this more simple and let the father, if you were struggling that bad, you could have let the father take custody of his own child. Let's make it make sense now. You got to make it make sense. I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair to fathers that don't have a lot. I think it's unfair for fathers that don't have a lot to have to dig a deeper hole for themselves and nobody cares about them. That's disrespectful, man. That's highly disrespectful. So again, this imaginary beef that you kids got in your head, that's on you. That's nobody's fault but yours. It's just like running up an ant bed with honey on your legs and not expecting fire ants to bite you. That don't make sense to me, man. Ask questions. Who's my dad? Who's my dad? Where's my dad? I'm sorry. Where's my dad? Women, I'll be in the comments. So just let me know if I said anything wrong. And once again, I'm not talking to you that are doing right. I'm talking to the ones that hold these kids hostage from their fathers. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Dudes, my brothers, y'all got to make better choices. You got to make better choices. And with that, I'll end it and we'll talk about this another day. Until then, peace.